Laura walks in, courtroom lights, brand new claim for the judge tonight. Different story, different guy, same old timeline passing by. Stacks of papers, cameras roll, another twist in the episode. Judge just sighs and taps the pen. Didn't we hear this one again? Every man she dates somehow gets a headline starting now. Claim the bump, file the suit, cue the courtroom parachute. Oh, bump, 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 lawsuit, baby. Tell me who's the daddy lately. Story changing day by day. Courtroom drama on display. Bump, 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 lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. Truth walks in and here we go. Another twist in Laura's show. Wanted Rose's TV fame. Clayton didn't play that game. Instead of roses on a stage, now it's filings page by page. Every boyfriend gets the news. Guess what? I've got a claim for you. Timeline's wobbling, facts are thin, but the lawsuits keep rolling in. Failed abortions in the tail, another story set to sail. But the courtroom crowd can see this plot twist in HD. Bump, 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 lawsuit, baby. Tell me who's the daddy lately. Bump rolling through the door. Judges heard this all before. Bump, 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 lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. Truth walks in and steals the scene. Popcorn in the balcony. Oh, hey, what's the claim today? Lawyer tweeting all the way. Hey, what's the story now? Judge just raise an eyebrow. Fake bump here, new suit there. Timeline floating in the air. Lawyer tweet, courtroom heat. 90s beat on repeat. Oh, bump, bump, lawsuit, baby. Courtroom drama driving crazy. Another claim, another view. Same old plot in episode 2. Bump, 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 lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. When the truth steps through the door, that bump might roll across the floor. Laura walks in, courtroom lights, brand new claim for the judge tonight. Different story, different guy, same old timeline passing by. Stacks of papers, cameras roll, another twist in the episode. Judge just sighs and taps the pen. Didn't we hear this one again? Every man she dates somehow gets a headline starting now. Claim the bump, file the suit, cue the courtroom parachute. Oh, bump, 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 lawsuit, baby. Tell me who's the daddy lately. Story changing day by day. Courtroom drama on display. Bump, 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 lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. Truth walks in and here we go. Another twist in Laura's show. Wanted Rose's TV fame. Clayton didn't play that game. Instead of roses on a stage, now it's filings page by page. Every boyfriend gets the news. Guess what? I've got a claim for you. Timeline's wobbling, facts are thin, but the lawsuits keep rolling in. Failed abortions in the tail, another story set to sail. But the courtroom crowd can see this plot twist in HD. Bump, 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 lawsuit, baby. Tell me who's the daddy lately. Bump rolling through the door. Judges heard this all before. Bump, 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 lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. Truth walks in and steals the scene. Popcorn in the balcony. Oh, hey, what's the claim today? Lawyer tweeting all the way. Hey, what's the story now? Judge just raise an eyebrow. Fake courtroom drama driving crazy. Another claim, another view. Same old plot in episode 2. Bum, 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 bum. Lawsuit show. Everybody's in the know. When the truth steps through the door, that bump might roll across the floor.
Hello, everybody. It accidentally started playing twice, but at that point I was just like, all right, I'm not gonna just stop the intro. But hello. Hi, Hellville here. Woo! So excited to make it fully on time for once. We're happy to have you. Half-assed fashion, Tess, Susan Dippity, Meat Noodle, Miss Kelsey, Lisa Corinne, Pointer Lover. Thank you so much for 40 months. That is impressive. It is very much appreciated. Where did it go? Here it is. That's so awesome. Hi, Harlot. ATS News, Bible Lady. Let me see. We have, I forgot who I say hi to. Harlot. Did I say hi to Harlot? JS. I feel like I'm repeating, but that's okay. We have Bruce. Ahoy. Ahoy, ahoy, Bruce. Tess, of course. The lovely Tess Mack. Welcome. How is everyone? Hi, it's Kirsten Lee. We are, and Tess, I did. Maybe you could hop up for my next Patreon stream. I would love that because, and I don't know, are you around tomorrow? Maybe we could do a Patreon stream tomorrow together because there's a lot of conspiracies I'd kind of like to just jump around. Not so much a structure versus a conversation. So if you're around, let me know. But welcome. I've missed all of you guys. We are here. We're going to continue down this lore rabbit hole. As always, though, before we get started, we're going to pull up our missing child for the stream. This is Kyra Lockwood. She has been missing since March 6, 2026, out of Eugene, Oregon. She is 16 years old. If you or anyone you know has information on Kyra's whereabouts, please contact the Eugene Police Department at 541-682-5111. And I'm going to use chapstick real quick. Where's my chapstick? Okay. Ow. Ooh. Oh, that's my funny bone. Hi, Chief. Honestly, I feel like it's all the conspiracies I keep looking into. It's everywhere. Do you know that? I don't know if it turned out to be a hoax. Okay. But there was a guy who said he was an underwater construction worker. That's a real thing. Who claimed to be abducted by dolphins who communicated, I guess, telepathically to him and forced him to construct, like with blueprints, an underwater facility. I don't even know. I just saw a quick video because now my entire feed is all conspiracy stuff, which I'm not complaining about, but like I'm like, wow, I've fallen down deep because what is this algorithm even recommending to me? You heard about it too? Okay, see, I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm crazy, but I was like, a dolphin did what? But they say dolphins, did you know that there was an entire CIA program that did studies on dolphins, and they had a dolphin living in essentially a half-filled house with water, and they had this trainer like essentially living in the house with this dolphin. Okay, and when I say house, yes, it's filled with water, but also just up to like the waist area. Well, this dolphin ended up falling in love with the trainer, and they had to shut the program down because the dolphin and the trainer, how do I say, a relationship was starting to build and weird things were starting to happen, and they had to shut down the program. And they removed the trainer. And that dolphin killed himself. And I'm not even joking. That's a thing where the dolphin will swim down to the bottom and will not come up for air. So it essentially drowned itself. Did you guys know that that was a thing? Because if you didn't, now you do. You're welcome. I'm sorry, but you're welcome. So yeah, you can look into it. It is a crazy, I'm not exaggerating. There is photos, like this was a thing, okay? Not like a theory. It was a thing. So, but dolphins are so intelligent. They are essentially the human species of the sea. Did the dolphin make the trainer sign a dating contract? Not that I know of. Hi, Julie. The trainer couldn't get the dolphin to focus on work and would get, that's exactly right, E-Broccoli. See, I'm not crazy. The trainer couldn't get the dolphin to focus on the work and would give the dolphin some, how do you say, help. She freed Willie, if you know what I mean, okay? I've had my animals. I did not need today. Dolphins are the only other mammal that have sex for fun, not mating, like humans. Absolutely. And I don't think people realize just how intelligent dolphins are. They have not just their own language, but their own dialect. Like it differs the way that we're like her, she, like different accent. They have that. They have that amongst their language. It's so fascinating. I don't agree with building relationships. Do you, Morgan? I'm telling you, it's a thing. I could show it to you guys if you want. Maybe not on this stream. Maybe we'll talk about it on the Patreon, but it's crazy. It's a thing and it's crazy. Okay. All right. So we were pretty much halfway through reading this response to Laura's ADRE complaint. And in Clayton's response, he included a bunch of their communications. As long as it's just dolphins and it's not inappropriate, absolutely, Bible Lady. I don't think I've ever seen a dolphin. Hey, Wolfie. It's wild. And that guy went to MIT and works for the department. Yes, the DOD. Yeah, Tess, it's a whole rabbit hole. It's just, again, our government is doing weird fuck shit. Our people are doing weird fuck shit, and most people just don't realize it. Hi, Tracy. Okay, so we last left where things were really starting to shift in their communications from discussing professional looking into properties with a little bit of flirtation, plans to meet up, and now is when it's really starting to take that shift. And Laura shares this, whether you want to believe it was altered in any way or not, either way, she shares this photo of her booty along with the horse. Hi, Samantha. There's dolphins in the morning at Long Beach sometimes. I've seen drone footage of it on Long Island. I've been to Long Beach a million times. I've never seen them. I did boot scoot. Hi, Viking Jack. She should have gotten herself a dolphin in the first place. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me zoom out because I'm all the way up on her booty. Okay, so Laura sends, right? And Clayton's response, oh, this is so cruel to send at this time at night. All right, so here we have that shift that's happening from, yeah, flirty professional to, all right, now there's a line that's being crossed. So let's see. So Laura responds, oh, is it? And I think my best is my specialty, which is chocolate with mint chips, although I make some mean M&M cookies. Hard to say. Accomplishing an IKEA build plus being outdoors in Arizona equals the perfect night. And I'm still going back and forth with a few. It looks good, but I don't want to jinx it. As a backup, I found a contract online for the same kind of deal I want to structure, and I wanted to tweak it a bit. I was thinking he might be more comfortable if I had a real estate attorney draft something, and I'm happy to do that. I will get this done. And then she sends some fucked up looking cookies. Okay. Hi, Shayna. Hi, Violet. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome in. We just got done with an unusual discussion about dolphins, but now we're moving on to Laura's desperate ass. She's trying to buy Clayton's love with cookies. If that was the case, you need to do better than that, Miss Ma'am. Okay, listen. Is that an oatmeal cream pie? I don't know. But like, you could do better. You need to learn your piping skills, Miss Ma'am. Oh, okay. Someone likes M&Ms. Oh, and whoopie pies. So they are oatmeal cream pies. Is that what a whoopie pie is? Oh, and whoopie pies. I forgot about those. Silly me. Clayton says, yeah, especially when I'm trying to focus. And now you're making me hungry for sweets too. An attorney might help because the correct verbiage is everything, especially when it comes to creative terms. So Laura says, yeah, and the way you described your lower body is a big turn off for me too. Not. The edible sounds pretty fun too. Yeah, plan A should be a second lien so we don't involve the owner in this at all. If that doesn't work, then I will have an attorney draft something Monday morning to present to him. I'm worried it'll be too late, but I know I can't get a lawyer beforehand. And honestly, I think I can do this without going through all that hassle. Clayton responds, just wanted you to know the truth. Yeah, I like these head highs I get. Poor guy. Everything feels more, how do you say, sensitive? I think if we establish tomorrow that we are serious with our interest, we can have a further conversation with the seller's agent about how we'll be able to remove the seller's risk from it all. A whoopie pie is white cream filling between two chocolate mini cake type things. I didn't know that. The more you know. Hi, Jupiter James. Oh my God. I'm sorry, not James. James. Hi, Michelle. Can someone reverse search those cookies? I just don't believe anything she says. I know. She lies about insignificant things. There are 0 cookies in Laura Owen's cookie jar, and that's the way it crumbles. It's a New England thing. I mean, it sounds delicious. I just wouldn't want to eat Laura's whoopie pies. That I should have thought about how that was going to sound. I mean her literal whoopie pie. Just forget it. All right. So Laura says, now you have me wanting an edible. It's been a while since I've had one. Okay. But just to confirm, we are definitely not going to be meeting with the seller's agent. I feel like we could tag team him and give him a lot of confidence right off the bat. Please no, don't tag team nobody, Laura. That's how pregnancies happen with you.
No. God, yes. No, sir. I mean, John, no.
Hi, Miss Tiny. Can confirm whoopie pies are loved in Maine. I've never heard about a whoopie pie prior to this. Okay, so Clayton says, I got one for you whenever you want it. Yeah, I don't think the agent is taking this seriously because he doesn't think the deal will work at all. He could meet. I just got the impression that he didn't want to. If we can lock in a private lender taking second position, we'd be golden. Laura says, yes, please. Also, not sure if you're a cuddler, but all I can think about right now is just snuggling and being a little spoon with my peach against your, oh, sorry if that's too much information. Yeah, it was, Laura. It was too much information. Again, you have to remember the last stream, he already established right off the bat, he's not looking for a relationship. He's not looking long-term. He's not looking to settle down, but he's willing to meet up for drinks and smash. Essentially, that's what he said. And so I respect honesty. I really do. I respect him for that. So anything that Laura moves forward with at this point, you are aware. And so the realization that she came out with the dating contract right after like just like this 1-2 night stand is astonishing. And that agent is ignorant and doesn't understand creative financing. He will after I'm done with him. But yeah, a second would be better for sure. And I'm just trying to work on rates. Clayton says, I am. Just come cuddle now, smirk. Teach everyone a lesson. You clearly know what you're talking about. You know, since you haven't earned $1 of fucking income, you know better than most, okay? Laura says, cuddle plus edible plus a new investment. What does that equal, folks? Come on, chat. I believe in you. What does a cuddle from Laura plus an edible from Laura plus a new investment from Laura equal? Come on, say it with me. Think, sit down on your thinking couch and think. I see a clue. What is this going to lead to? Nothing good, that's for hell sure. Clayton says, done deal. Laura says, I'm craving all of that ASAP. Clayton says, well, just come now then. I'll be up for a while. Laura says, should I? Yeah. Fine. Let me know what your ETA is. I ordered a Lyft and he's 10 minutes away. You sure you'll still be up when I get there? Yup. You'll be here in 10 minutes or he gets to your place in 10 minutes. He's here in 5 and then you are 10 away apparently. I'm sure you can get any girl to come sleep with you. So let me be clear that I am not most girls. And like I said, I never watched The Bachelor. So you're only getting me in bed to cuddle. And I'm wearing what I was wearing to bed. Not what I would wear on a date, FYI. Okay, Laura, I have to pause. So, yeah, it gets you twins. That's exactly right. My very smart chat. It gets you fake twins and years of hell and torture. I see what you're doing, Laura. So, first of all, who's going over? Again, you have to keep in mind, he already said he's not interested in a relationship. Yes, he will smash. That's in so many words. I'm paraphrasing. That's what he said. So why would you be going over? Maybe he really does like cuddling. Everyone likes, in my opinion, a cuddle every now and then. But everyone says, yeah, we're not gonna do anything. But the moment that you're in the bed, right? But little did he realize you were gonna be penguin waddling it to the fucking bathroom and taking your gargle mouthwash and doing what you did with it. Isn't that right, Laura? I wish we could jump through and just be like, no, Clayton, don't do it. And I don't blame him because she comes off smart. She's attractive, and flirty and fun. Everything seems casual. And he was upfront with her. So as far as he knows, and I do feel bad because it's okay, I was honest. I did everything the right way. This should lead down a path where it's not going to become an issue. Think again, though. It would be more of an issue than normal. Yeah, absolutely, Susan Dippity. I'm not like most girls. Okay. So Clayton says, okay, that's not too long. Yeah, I respect you and whatever decisions you make. Trust me, I won't be judging. Laura says, this driver is so slow and has been a minute away for 5 minutes. He's just pulling up. All good. This complex is huge. Yeah, so you'll get dropped off by visitor parking. There's a glass elevator with steps next to it that you'll take up to the upper level. I walked past that going back now, the next day, okay? We made it. Well, now we all know what happened between that last message and this next one. Laura, there's a lender mentor of mine who has been has had an interesting strategy to do this with the seller holding first and then a second and third behind that. So almost like a more conventional piggyback, but with HM. I don't understand it entirely, but he said it would provide the seller what he wants. He is going to make a call and get back to me on it. I also have several others who said they might be able to help me with the second, but that's the guy I like the most. Like I said, I'm going to be getting a sample contract for the LLC option we talked about in case I don't get subordinate financing on time. Another option would be if he allowed me short term to keep him on the LLC with a guarantee that I would have a junior lien secured by the end of 1 to 3 months, so he would know he wouldn't have to carry long term. Once I secured good second lenders, I think we will be good buying up one SF property after another. If we can't in time and I want to get an offer in, it seems like the seller and his agent's big concerns are, understandably, that they have no idea who I am. I think if they were told how I became interested in creative finance and gotten to know dozens of private money lenders, it could get the deal done. You don't know my story either or really anything about me, and I think if you did, you could be confidently advocating for me. In all honesty, though, it requires me being vulnerable, and that isn't the first thing I'd want to tell someone I have any interest in dating, like you. But if you think it is needed to get the deal done, let me know. I think it would involve alcohol and a 50-50 chance ugly crying. So right there, I don't know what they spoke about by the time she got to that glass elevator to this message the next day. But how did they go from casual to dating? You are someone I want to date. So I'm sure that immediately perked Clayton's flags up naturally. Really, Boots? The other guy she was sleeping with lived in the same complex. That's interesting. I have no idea. The Laura Weaver podcast. Why would her story help her get financing? Because all she had was words. It's all she could do. So the audio message from Clayton says, so I just talked with my broker and with Creative Deals. It all comes down to a good title company. He is sending me a rec. Title companies make or break a deal. We just need to get a purchase contract and put in additional terms of what we're wanting. If you like the home, we can sit in my car and we can type out the contract and terms there. We can make a phone call to the agent and talk with him. The biggest thing is if we can find a lender to take second position. That's the biggest hang up with not being able to find one currently. The agent messaged me and asked me to tell him how it goes. So it seems like there's interest. I wanted to touch base with you. I had a lot of thoughts racing through my mind. It'll be good to have a discussion to tell you what I have going on in my life. Like, I have a lot of stress and anxiety and good things too, but I didn't have time this morning to talk with you and I had to process some things. We'll have a good discussion here soon and get things rolling. AKA, whoa. You are escalating too quickly, Miss Ma'am. I got a lot going on in my life. And like I told you before you came over in that Lyft ride, I'm not looking to date nobody. But here you are now, one snuggle in, and you're saying like, yeah, we're basically together. Okay. So Laura says, I can't play it back right now. Can you text? Clayton says, it was a long message, but we can talk here soon at the house. Laura says, okay. Clayton says, gate code is 666. When you get in the gate, go to your right and drive back towards the back. I'll sit in my car, a white Volkswagen, near the unit. It's in building 20. Laura says, sounds good. Clayton says, let me know if you have any trouble finding it. Laura says, I'm in the parking lot. I think I turned too soon because I'm at building 40. Clayton says, I'm not sure if they go in order, but I passed a pool and I stayed on the right perimeter of the complex. Okay, I'm at the building 15 now, so I think I went too far. I'm going to drive back to your direction, so look for a white Volkswagen. So Clayton adds in, the conversation was had in my car with Laura. During the conversation, I told her that I made a mistake by being intimate with her, in which she performed oral sex on me twice. No vaginal penetration occurred. This is important to note for later. And mixing work and pleasure. I shouldn't have done that, and I was beating myself up about it because I knew that I shouldn't have done that. But being under the influence of marijuana made me have poor judgment. I reiterated that there is no excuse, but that I felt I owed her an explanation and apology. She started crying in my car and said that it hurts that I don't want to explore a relationship further with her, but she understands exactly what I did and where I'm coming from. She keeps reiterating that even though she didn't go through exactly what I did, she understands me more than most people probably can and could help me out greatly by being a part of my life. Hi, Lise Lamons. So now Laura messages. I truly appreciate your opening up to me, and I'm here for you 24/7 if you want someone to talk to or to just listen. Thank you so much, Laura. I really do appreciate it. I haven't heard back from the agent yet, hoping to by the end of the night. So Laura sent a 4-page pictured document of her story in Chicken Soup for the Soul, in which she documented a mentally abusive ex that treated her poorly on a plane, and a girl overheard the conversation and passed her a note saying to get out of that relationship. She ended up taking her advice and ending the relationship. I know you don't know me well, and I can't imagine what you are going through. But maybe this will help you understand why I feel like I can help you and be there for you as you learn to love yourself again. My story, not last year's that I told you about, is the featured story for learning to love yourself in the 30th anniversary edition of Chicken Soup for the Soul. It comes out in June, but here's what I wrote. Got a private money lender? Done. Sorry for all the texts. Spoke to him about Lynn Oaks as well, and I think we should write up an offer for that too. Clayton says, kudos to you for sharing your story. I'm sure it will help many, and it's why I share my own, to help others. So just to confirm, this lender will take second position, and what are his terms? 20% down payment on the one today and on Lynn Oaks? Does he have any other terms? Laura says, thanks. I just want you to know I do somewhat get what you're struggling with in terms of loving yourself. The terms are confusing, but he will end up getting way more down than he wanted initially, like $200,000. Same for Lynn Oaks. I am going to use a transaction coordinator. I have to explain it to you and it's slightly confusing. He can provide proof of funds as well. Clayton said, sadly, many people feel that pain, but it is nice to know we're not alone in it all. Do you want to send a voice message in here to explain it, or just hop on a call? I can then talk with the agent and explain to him before we write up the contract. I have a TC on my team that keeps everything in order, so if you want, we can just use them, unless you are planning on using them for something very specific. Laura says, it's pretty specific, but maybe your TC can handle it. I can see if the lender can talk to them about how to structure it. I want both though, and I know that Lynn Oaks will go fast if I don't jump on it. The photos and location are enough to make me want it. We can connect after you're done with your dinner. I don't want to interrupt. Clayton says, okay, let's hop on a call here soon. I am home now. Laura says, I didn't think I was that upset during today's conversation, but I have been really down ever since I got home. The real estate stuff is super exciting and a dream come true. I honestly didn't expect to like you as much as I did, And I'm very sad that you pretty much closed the door on anything without allowing me the opportunity to try to help you through this, since I definitely understand the general feeling of not loving yourself. I just wanted to maybe work towards something. Here we go. She just can't. She just can't help herself. What's going on with the docs? Who's doxing who? What? I must have missed something, but honestly, I'm not going to scroll up to check. I don't care. I don't care. The mods got it. Okay. So Clayton says, I understand how you're feeling, and I am sorry that I put you in the position that I did. That is completely my fault. But I do stand by just wanting to keep it friends between us. I need my space and singleness to find myself. I'm still open to having good conversations with people, but not romantically at the moment. It's what I need at this time to heal. Hopefully you can understand. If you want to move forward with the deals, let me know and we can jump on a call and structure an offer. If you'd rather go with someone else, though, I totally get it. And I just want to reiterate that I wouldn't hold it against you. So he's doing everything. He really is doing everything. When I say right, no, there shouldn't have been a line crossed. But like, let's be real. You know, like I'm really not judging. It happens. Shit happens. But he's handling it respectfully, in my opinion. Do you guys disagree? Hi, Deanna. Hello, hello. Oh, okay. No doxing happened. Just discussing a witness. Hook up from the criminal case witness list. Got it. Okay, hold on one second, guys. Oh, I don't have to go. Actually, no, I don't have to go anywhere. Never mind. Well, yeah, like still, hold on one second. Okay, my whole ear, hold on, popped. Okay. The guy lived in the same complex as Clayton at the time. Laura hooked up with both in the same month. Oh, but she hadn't been with anyone, right? Hi, Yaku. Yaku. Okay, so Laura says, I spent an hour on the phone with the lender, and it's an exciting, high emotional thing that I obviously want to do with your help. I understand that you need time to heal. I just don't know why you wouldn't consider working towards something with no expectations whatsoever. I don't want to do the deals with someone else, and I wouldn't have funding without your encouragement. Okay. So again, yeah, he was respectful, analytical one. He could have hit it and ghosted her. He offered to give her a different person to work with. He was respectful of the business. It was separated. But again, he is straight up saying, like, listen, this is not what I want. And you're saying, well, why isn't it what you want? Like, why aren't you willing without any expectations? Yet the expectations are already there. They already exist. You're already doing it to him. So what would be the difference? You know what I'm saying? Don't dox me, guys. I didn't make enough barbecue chicken mac and cheese for everyone. That sounds so good. So Clayton says, it's all very exciting. That's why I love helping people buy and sell homes. It's so fun to see the pure joy when they acquire a property. I just don't want to put the work in towards anything right now. Thinking about it gives me anxiety. I've taken on a lot, so I'm just trying to focus on finding my balance and my peace. Laura says, but maybe with me, it wouldn't be work. I understand that you've tried lots of things before that haven't helped, but you haven't given me the opportunity to help you. I may not get what it's like to be the Bachelor, but I do know PTSD, anxiety, shame, etc. I found out about a month after I was raped, assaulted, left for dead, that the entire incident was live streamed on the dark web. I'm sorry, what? Wait. What did she just say? What? Who? What? Someone more educated in the chat, please help me right now. What did I just read? Who who live streamed on the dark web Laura being raped, assaulted, and left for dead? Inquiring minds would like to know. How did you know it was streamed on the dark web? Why hasn't charges moved forward with the people accountable, person accountable, people accountable? But was it new, guys? Like, I remember that attack referencing of it. But is the dark web something new? Because I don't remember that. She claimed Andrew from New Jersey gave her a drug drink when she met him in Hoboken. And then she was raped and he assaulted her while it streamed. This is the thing she claims Greg coordinated. When she blamed the attorney to... This is the one that she claimed Greg and his fucking attorney coordinated this. I take things that never happened for 1,000, Alex. That is bizarre. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I checked with the dark web. They said, nah. This is bonkers. Okay. So she's like, I found out about a month after I was raped, assaulted, and left for dead that the entire incident was live streamed on the dark web. Healing from that? It took a lot of hard work, and I felt like no one understood me, which is why I'm sure, and is what I'm sure you're dealing with. I can't imagine how much anxiety you are feeling with just a few of the things you told me you've been through. But I'm more empathetic than 99.99% of people you'll meet and would love to listen to. I'm as empathetic as a pregnancy test is positive for HCG. Okay. I'm sure you're thinking that working towards a relationship and seeing if there is a bond is work and another commitment for you, but I'm not. More than anything, I'm looking for a best friend who I have emotional intimacy with, and the physical is secondary. I truly have no expectations except to see if that naturally develops without your halting it. I'm just asking you to consider it and sign this 99-year contract without intentions. Like, come on. No expectations, only intentions. Let's do it, Clayton. Clayton says, it pains me that you had to experience that. That's terrible that someone could be so cold and inhumane towards another person. I hope they live with the guilt for a whole lifetime. I do hear you, but I just like to keep it friendly between us. I trust my gut, and it's telling me to follow this path I'm keeping myself on. I've just been doing really well mentally when I stay the course. Yeah, right, Corn? Laura says, thank you. I appreciate that. And I do too. It pains me that you won't even consider giving me a chance. Seems like you always could have been happier, and maybe you just had the wrong people around. All I asked for was openness with no expectations from me. But again, you already have expectations, right? Like, you couldn't meet up the one time you guys did without the expectations of it leading somewhere, even though he directly and blatantly told you he's not interested in that. How many times must he tell you the honest truth and you not accept it? This is someone who is very obviously demonstrating not accepting the reality that is around them and creating the reality they choose to live in. How to lose a guy in 2 blowjobs. Woo! That's so funny. I expect you to date me despite you saying no, but no expectations. Exactly. Clayton says, maybe I could have, but I know I was supposed to live the exact life that I did. Everything in my life has purpose these days. So if I feel a certain way, I trust it. I've never been able to fully trust in myself. So I'm very grateful I'm at this point. But now, in such a new and fragile position, I have to do what is best to protect myself from going backward. I'm making progress, so I don't want to jeopardize it now. I have to continue the course that has been set out for me. Do you want to hop on a call to discuss lender terms to write up a contract? If not, we can do it tomorrow. At this point in the night, very few agents are making deals or checking their inboxes. Laura says, yeah, you've tried a lot of things, but like you haven't tried me, who actually empathizes and has been in dark spots like you've been in and gotten through them. You won't even consider getting to see if there's anything there with no expectations or pressure from me. I would never suggest that if I thought I couldn't genuinely help you or that you could help me become better people. And I don't care, whatever. I've been happy that I found a lender for literally anything. And as of 10 minutes ago, I have two and should be really excited, but I'm not. I thought last night that it could be really fun to work towards maybe seeing each other and buy tons of properties, but now you're shutting a door and it's really hard for me to be excited. What if you just honestly and openly like gave it a week to be open to something maybe eventually happening with absolutely no expectations? Literally a week of your life. If you feel the same way after a week, fine, be done. But I really want to experience the excitement of getting houses with you since you made it happen and get together with no pressure. But if something happens, it happens. And if after a week you want to continue, we see for another week. I also have two options for the sellers. I can give much bigger down payments like $200,000 on the property we saw today versus the $80,000 he wants. And he can hold 30 to 40% of the remainder in second. Or he can just get the $70,000 he wants and have a PML in second. His call. Same ideas for the second property. Would this be acceptable if it was a guy doing it to a girl? And when I say that, I know you guys wouldn't be like that, but like, I feel like, because I often try to understand why hasn't this gotten more attention? Like, why hasn't this gotten more traction? If a girl kept saying no, 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 and a guy wouldn't accept it, I feel like it would be a lot more outrage than there is for Clayton. We just kind of always associate it with, oh, this is just a needy bitch, but it's highly inappropriate. He has set his boundaries. No means no both ways. And he has said no. Hi, IB. So Clayton says, I'm sorry, Laura, but I just want to be friends. Please understand that I'm doing what I feel is best for me. It wouldn't make sense to force something against how I feel. That's great on both of those lender options. I will run both by him tomorrow. I will keep you updated on what he says. I'm heading to bed. Good night. I'm wanting to buy and be on the hook for more than $1.1 million in real estate because I trusted you and you don't believe in me enough to give me 1 week of your time and effort. I'm really doubting myself at this point. I had been so sure of myself, and now I just don't know. I asked you to open your heart to me for a week. Think about how that makes me feel and let me know in the morning. That's about $70,000 in commissions to someone who believes in me enough to not even think I'm worth a week of their time. I don't know why that's so hard for you, but it's making me feel awful and really making me question my ability and my own worthiness. Dude, that is a transactional relationship if I ever did see one myself. you are holding $70,000 of commission over his head and says, if you want it, you got to fuck me. What? If you want it, you have to date me. You have to be my boyfriend for 1 week. Play house. Don't you want that 70,000? This is disgusting. It's straight disgusting. Hi, Kelly. Clayton says, Laura, if anything, this should show you that I can't provide what it is you're looking for. See me for who I am, not what you think I can be. Ooh, sorry, that hit hard. We often project the best version of what we think someone can be onto them, when the reality of what they've shown us does not match our projections. But this is a fallacy many fall victim to. The truth is, we just met, and you don't know enough about me to know my character. But I'm telling you, I have commitment issues. I'm telling you, I don't have time for someone else. And I'm telling you, I am not mentally stable enough to bring someone into my life. Please see the reality of the picture that I'm painting. Prior to last night, we spoke about working together and getting you properties, and there was no expectation beyond that. I would like to go back to that place. If we cannot, I understand and I will accept my actions and ramifications for what they are. Maybe it is best you go find another agent, because the way we talk about it and the more we talk about it, the more I'm stressing out, and I really can't just subject myself to any more stress. This has nothing to do with you not being worth a week of my time. This has everything to do with me protecting my mental health. That's it. I don't care about the money. I make enough and I am happy with my finances. I know God has my back and will provide the life that is meant for me. And he'll also teach me lessons along the way. I trust in him, and whether it's my gut or him, I feel that strongly about my feelings towards us all. And I'm asking that you please respect them. You are worthy. You are enough. This is not about you. It's fully about me and who I am in this present moment. Wow. I have to hand it to him. I really do. That was exceptional. Like, what a horrible position to be in. But to be in that position that he was in, that was an exceptional message. And he really made sure to acknowledge her feelings, reiterate it is not about her. I'm sorry, I'm stunned because you don't often see situations handled like this. You don't. And he was really like, that is the most ideal, respectful message I've ever read. And to know what would ultimately come from this, it's really sad. Laura says, you're right. You're right that I don't know what you're going through and feeling. Like you, I have strongly relied on my faith base to get me through my trauma and issues. And the last thing I want to do is get in the way of your healing process. I have struggled a lot with self-confidence and believing in myself. And despite wanting to do investing for a long time, I haven't felt like I actually could do it until we started talking 2 days ago. I don't want to work with another realtor because I know they wouldn't understand creative finance or trust that I had what it takes to get it done like you have. I think a big issue with communication in general is that we often talk to each other as if the other person has had the same set of experiences that make us who we are. You obviously haven't known this about my background, but my family was told that my dad needed to enter hospice care back in December. I don't say this to make you feel sorry for me, but because maybe it will make you understand where I'm coming from. After that happened to me in March of last year, I pretty much wrote off ever needing a relationship again and was fine with it. Going through this experience with my family has really changed all of that. My dad was one of the top radio talk show hosts of all time. And for my whole life was this larger than life figure. He dealt with serious depression and anxiety after his mom killed herself before I was born. And that followed him for my whole life. He smoked weed all the time to deal with that. Now, at the end of his life, he's still alive. Thankfully, but he's still alive. He's not anxious, and I think he's a much kinder person, despite the fact that he can't walk on his own and has to have a caregiver with him at all times. He now knows that it isn't about fame and money, but love. His biggest dream in life now is to make it until his first grandchild is born next month. Every birthday and holiday is probably the last we will celebrate together, and it hasn't made me sad or bitter, but rather it made me more grateful. Maybe you can understand why I am saying that I asked for 1 week of your time. I'm sure that 1 week sounds like an impossible amount of time to make any sort of progress you're when you're trying to overcome trauma and anxiety. And I get that more than you, because I have been there. But when you are threatened with only having one more day, week, or even hour, it makes you realize that at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is telling people how you feel about them. I don't want you to respond with that you feel sorry for me and my family, that you can't imagine what we're going through. I wouldn't ask God to have given me any other life, despite the personal trauma I've been through. I am a much more empathetic person because of it, and I wouldn't want my life to have been different at all. Had I not been through what I'd been through, I wouldn't be able to help other people. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I'm saying all of this because even though I obviously don't know you well, I can tell that you have a tremendous heart and kindness in your soul that is so unique and that I honestly haven't seen in another guy. In a week, you have been encouraging and vulnerable, and I haven't experienced that with someone else. You've made me believe in myself enough to take action in following my dreams in a way that I haven't been able to before. With however much time God gives me, whether it's one more day or 70 years, I want to surround myself with people like you who have the courage to say that they are going through a hard time and that I can be there for. I'm sorry if what I said before made you feel like I wasn't truly hearing you out, because I am. It didn't fall on deaf ears. I can't begin to understand what you went through or what you're going through that has made you have the anxiety and commitment issues, etc. And I won't say that I get it, because I don't. Only you know what it's like. The qualities I have seen in you that you think are weaknesses, I see as strengths. You are kind, in tune with your emotions, whether you think you are or not, and have a beautiful faith base. I apologize for the essay this turned out to be, but thank you for reading it. I haven't bared my soul like this to a man ever, but I knew you wouldn't judge me for it. Anyway, I hope that you don't shut me out and that you realize that with the fragility of life and time, you have nothing to lose by allowing someone like me, who is probably the opposite of most girls you've met. I don't have a timeline, and I don't want to pressure you, but I hope you will get to know me and consider the possibility of maybe this being something more. Who knows? Maybe it will be nothing. And I know that an immediate no feels safe, but will you at least think about it? And regardless, I would like you to be my realtor. And I know I said a ton in the message above, and don't feel like you need to give a long response. Just a yes or no is fine. Bitch, he has said no how many times already? He's already said no. And this is really brutal. Honestly, like, I really feel bad for him because I have a hard time saying no to people, believe it or not. Like, I'm very loud and it seems like I have no problem speaking my mind yet, which is true, but I get very uncomfortable in certain situations. One of them being having to say no. And it shouldn't be like that. So my whole point in saying this is he said no. How uncomfortable. But he had to keep saying no. Like, so that is brutal. That is like mortifying to me. It's really selfish too, though, you know, like, because he is saying my mental health will suffer. And she's turning around and she's saying, no, it won't. I am the cure. I'm going to do better. Like, I'm going to bring you out of this. Like, I'm going to be the superhero. What part of his previous no's does she not understand? The N or the no, the N or the O? Laura should be a used car salesman. She has that hard sales down. I also have a hard time saying no. Oh, do you? Despite confidence, she is browbeating the poor guy who was clear and conscious. Clear and concise. Sorry. It's weird being an introvert and extrovert. Sometimes, and this is so weird, sometimes I could easily have a much more flowing conversation with a complete stranger. And I would be more uncomfortable sometimes being one-on-one. I don't know why one-on-one scares me a lot, but one-on-one with someone I know. It depends on who it is. Like, once you break the barrier, it's fine. But if you haven't broken that barrier yet, I get very uncomfortable. I get very uncomfortable. But I could sit here and blab all day long. But if there was someone else on panel with me, and this is also sometimes why I won't do panels with people, not because there's anything wrong with them. I become awkward. I don't know when to pause my talking, and I fear silences. There is nothing more brutal to me than being in a situation where there's silence, and that's probably why I interrupt so much, and I'm loud, and I constantly talk because I'm trying to fill in the gaps and prevent a silence from occurring. It's weird. So my point, like, this isn't about me. All I'm saying though is, like, wow, I am really feeling how brutal this is. This would be brutal for me, and I give him. Yeah, it's weird, Lisa. It's weird. And I remember that Madeline, she also told Mike it was her dad's last Christmas 10 years ago. And again, I'm so thankful her dad is still here, you know, but it's the lies. Oh, really? Dude, I don't know why it makes me so uncomfortable. And on phone calls, on one-on-one, I don't know how to initiate getting off. And so I'll get stuck. That's why I prefer not to do calls. Well, again, unless you've broken the barrier. If you've broken the barrier, then it's fine. But if I'm still somewhat on one side, like, you know, like I haven't gotten super close to you yet, a phone call is brutal because I won't know how to initiate getting off. And so I will keep talking and talking and talking until you say it's time to go. Sometimes that could take a long time because I feel bad. I don't know if anyone else experiences that. Okay. So Clayton says, thank you for sharing all of that. I hope letting it out brings you a sense of peace. Suppressing issues only allows them to compound. So I'm glad you're addressing them, as it will allow you to heal. I am happy to work with you as your realtor, and I hope I can continue to be a positive light that helps you believe more in yourself, because it's a choice that we all have the power to make. It's just not easy to get there most times and stay there consistently, but it is possible. I will say, though, with full certainty, that this can be nothing more between us other than friends. This is my boundary that I am setting, and I ask that you respect it. It's what I need, and it's what I feel. I shouldn't have invited you over when I was heavily under the influence of weed. I've realized I'm using weed as a coping mechanism to avoid my pain, and that is not healthy at all. I need to go to a therapist and begin dealing with all this because I'm not happy with this place I've gotten to. It was my fault for crossing that line that I would have not done had I been sober. But that all falls on my shoulders, not yours. I am not mad at you, nor am I placing any blame on you. This is a me problem that it's time I address. Again, he is being so, oh, I wish I could do that. Oh, Samantha, sorry. I wish I could be like, oh, sorry, gotta go. I wish, but I don't know why my heart starts to pound. Like my voice almost refused when I had a call to figure out where you were. Oh, I remember that. That's the first time I heard your voice too. Poor Harlot, but don't worry because I don't recall it that well because I was in a dead sleep. And then I did what everybody does when you're in a dead sleep and somebody either wakes you up or calls you and they say, did you fall asleep? And you say, no. Why is your initial response always to lie like that? And again, I'm not a liar, but anybody in an unconscious state becomes a liar if the first thing you ask them is, are you sleeping? I don't know. It's like a defense mechanism we all have. Every single one of us do it. Like, no, I'm not sleeping. And then once like you become conscious, you eventually like, yeah, I was totally sleeping. I don't know why I instinctively denied it, but we all deny that shit. Hi, Allie. Is your live scheduled? We'll be off here in a couple of minutes and then we're gonna go over to Allie's. But am I crazy? Like it's social anxieties are my favorite. Yeah, breaking the seal. Jeff fell asleep on stream with Megan and started snoring once. And then it's like, oh, did you just fall asleep? No. What? No, I'm wide awake. Like, no, you were just, you were not here. You did a really good job at faking it. You threw me off guard for a second. Then I could hear the sleepiness. And you're like, well, poor Harlot. You're like, did you fall asleep? You know, you're 37 minutes late to your stream. I'm like, no. And you're like, well, oh shit. Well, then fuck me. Like, you sound pretty confident, right? You must be doing something else. No, I was a sleepy liar in that moment. Okay. Yeah. Well, then where the fuck are you if you're not sleeping? So it might be yeah. Do you, Lisa? You have to prove that to me. I don't believe you. 9:50? What a I'm not going to 9:50. That's such a random time, Allie. Why not 9:45? What is that? What is that? So unique. Such a unique time to go live. Okay. So Laura says, I just asked that you give time to consider it. And you gave it 7 minutes. Oh, this poor man. He is drowning. He is drowning. He needs a lifeline. What is he supposed to say or do at this point? She is literally unwilling to accept anything other than we are dating. Do you, Delaney? Okay, good. I don't feel as crazy then. Hi, Stephanie Bakes Things. So Clayton says, Laura, please, I've made up my mind, and you persistently questioning my decision shows me you aren't respecting my boundaries. That frustrates me because I surround myself with people that ultimately support me, not question my decision making. I think it's best you find someone else to work with because your questioning of my decisions is really adding a bunch of stress to me and my morning. Respectfully, I cannot have that kind of energy in my life. Well, that certainly wasn't my intention. It was the opposite. Really, Laura? Really? Okay. Clayton says, well, that is what happened, but it is okay. I am not holding anger against you for it. I just want us to be friends and keep it at that for good. If you can accept that, great. Then let's do that and keep working together. If you cannot, that is okay, but please let me know. Laura says, so you're completely shutting the door on it, even down the line, even if we are just friends for now? Clayton says, yes, that's correct. So now she turns around and okay, you're not gonna date me now, but could you at least date me down the line? Are you gonna no, that door is closed. It's shut. Kaput. That's it. All right. I'm going to stop there because that's like the perfect transition. Allie, you do not need to go live at 9:50. That is, I know that's late for you. I will pause here and we'll finish. How much do we have left? You don't have that. Well, actually, shit. No, these are long messages. I don't want to. Actually, no, I can. Oh, we have a lot more. Yay. I like. Oh, shit. Oh, I lost my spot. No. Okay, perfect. All right. So we will finish this tomorrow. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say we'll finish it. I don't know if we'll finish it, but we'll continue it tomorrow. Now Allie's going live. She'll probably go live earlier because I'm getting off, which thank you for trying to wait, but that's fine. I want you to go on. Yeah, Laura, the door is shut, so stop knocking. Harley, I'm just excited to talk conspiracies on Patreon. Tess, message me on Discord. Message me on Discord. I suck at checking any messages, but do Discord so I know to check Discord. I will check Discord. I'm working on getting Bentley to bed too, but if I can sooner, I definitely will talk. Yeah, go ahead. I'm getting off. So make sure, hold on, wait. I want to do it tomorrow, Harlot. Because I know Friday is not good for you. Hold on, Allie, it's your Real Talk channel. Do I have your Real Talk channel in Nightbot? Oh, and guess what? Help a girl out, right? Because I figured out how I was saying women wrong. Okay. I was focusing on the men and it's a w part. So women. I did it, right? I forgot. Swimmin', women, and women. Women. I did it. Just saying. So like proud of myself for that. Okay, hold on. Let me get Real Talk. Real Talk with Alex. You want me to text you, Harlot? I'll text you. I'm just so impulsive. That's my problem. I kind of just pop up when I have a chance. I'm not going to lie. Like my schedule is so... Oh, thank you, Tess. Thank you. Here is a link to Allie's. I want to do a variety KV, like reptilians, the missing UFO thing that Tess just told me about. Thank you, Samantha. Okay, Harlot. Yeah, I can't do before that really. Like the earliest I could come on is when I do these streams, but I probably wouldn't do that for Patreon. Hi, Laura. Hi, Chasey. But I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, a mix of all different conspiracies, not just one. Like, because I have been going down such a crazy rabbit hole. It is all up in my algorithm now, and I just want to discuss it with you guys. Thank you. Thank you. I think I was thinking too hard into it, and then someone pointed it out, and I was like, oh, shit, I can say it. I just forgot how to say it. There's a difference. Today is Hump Day Wednesday, so tomorrow is Thursday. All right, guys, I will see you over on Allie's. Thank you for hanging out. You guys are the absolute best. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. I did, Michelle. I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud. I knew I could do it. I felt like really stupid, but I'm not stupid. I'm just like, temporarily stupid, but I figured it out. So, all right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.